cafe. We're drinking cold tea, we've got a full English breakfast, and if the YouTube title wasn't immediately obvious, we're about to test the cafe racer. In the 50s and 60s, post-war Britain was starting to recover, with motorcycles once again being used recreationally. The problem was at the time that there were really only two places that you could ride, a cafe or to the movies. It wasn't long then until a new biking subculture was spawned, stripped down bikes with low bars and tuned motors. And so the cafe racer was born. And so I give you the Royal Enfield Continental GT 650. Back again already. It's funny how things come around and around, isn't it? Royal Enfield is a little bit like fashion. You know, fashion goes round and round, it's cyclical. It's a bit like opening your dad's wardrobe and realising all of his Larry shirts have come back in. No, Dad. Royal Enfield has somehow managed to stay true to itself against all the odds. It's survived world wars, the two-stroke era, economic meltdown, and it's become somewhat of a legend now in its own right. This bike doesn't have 200 horsepower, it doesn't have traction control or a full-colour digital dash, it doesn't even have anti-wheelie, but instead it oozes years of British passion and heritage. It's truly retro in its styling. It doesn't shout, look at me, it's far too classy for that. It gives you this unfound confidence, and not just in the bike and your riding capabilities, but in yourself. I really think this bike can make anyone look cool, even me. I can already hear the haters saying, it's not a British brand anymore, but come on, you've got to open your mind a little bit. Actually, by being manufactured outside of the country, we're able to buy them in the UK at a very reasonable price. And also Royal Enfield still exists today, still based in Redditch as they were, but now they're focused on delivering the bikes and designing the bikes that you guys want here in the UK. I think it's the best of both worlds. And that brings me to the price. It's £5,499 on the road with a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty. For that money, I'm surprised to say that the build quality looks fantastic. The Continental GT is powered by a 648cc 47 horsepower parallel twin that offers silky smooth power delivery and linear acceleration. It's more than enough to play with, and yes, it's A2 legal. The chassis feels surprisingly sporty, enough to show up unaware sports bike riders, but it is easy to find the limitations of the budget suspension. The 650 GT delivers a refreshingly pure riding experience that will leave you wondering why you pay twice as much for a more traditional sport machine. This particular bike is fitted with a whole host of aftermarket accessories, including the bar risers, bar end mirrors, it's got the crash bars, aftermarket gaiters, extended fender, and a couple of other little trick bits. But I don't expect that would add a great deal to the price. They really are as customisable as they were back in the 50s and 60s. And, don't forget, A2 legal. I really have fallen for this little bike, as it takes you right back to why you started riding in the first place. And it does make you ask yourself the question, has the modern technology and the additional horsepower on motorbikes today actually diluted, why it is you went to ride in the first place? Do you need 200 horsepower? Is it too much? Look, you've got to remember, this bike is about Sunday mornings. Okay, it doesn't have adjustable suspension, you can't download the telemetry, it doesn't have a digital dash, but who cares? That's not what this bike is about. This bike is for the purist. You've got to remember why you started riding in the first place. And this bike delivers every experience that you'll ever want on two wheels without breaking the speed limit or without feeling intimidating. Is the Continental GT a commuter bike? In its standard guise, I'd say no, but with the modifications this particular bike has had put on it by Cooper, I'd say perhaps. But if you wanted to do any kind of miles with a pillion, perhaps, maybe you're better off looking at the twin bike to this, which is the Interceptor. I love the way this bike makes you feel when you ride it. It feels gentlemanly, kind of like the Aston Martin of the bike world, albeit Aston Martin isn't really British anymore. But I think, you know, it feels stylish, it feels classy, and it feels pure. And for that reason, I'm absolutely sold on it.